Hello, welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. Here I'm setting up my metal frame easel that I got for Christmas a few years ago. I admit that I'm not a big easel user. I do like painting while standing, but I'm used to and prefer sitting. Today I'm painting a self-portrait. I didn't put much thought into this one. I really just wanted to cover up what used to be on this canvas, which I have to say that had been there for almost a year. So here I'm using my iPad to print off a picture of my lovely face. To do this, I open the desired picture into Adobe Fresco. I do this in order to convert the picture into a PDF file so my printer doesn't try to print it onto a 4x6 photo paper. First time around it was too small, and I had to go back and reprint it into a larger size. From there, I just used graphite transfer paper to get my face onto the canvas, and then I could paint. Right from the beginning, I was not having a fun time putting the paint down. All of the photos I had of myself, none of them having great values in my face. It always just looks very flat, which is tough, but I just pushed through. I went to the eyes right away because they're my favorite part of a painting. Doesn't matter if it's a person, a pet, any other animal, I just love putting the eyes and trying to capture the life in them. I will say my least favorite part and what I need to work on the most are noses and mouths. My lips always look the same and my noses look flat, but I'm practicing those a lot. I want to get better at them. Okay, so here's where the portrait takes a turn. It's 3 days later, and I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do to make the portrait more interesting. And funny enough, I got new paint in the mail and decided I would make my face blue. That's right, ultramarine blue, which is my favorite blue, by the way. I actually did a self-portrait last year in art class, the semester before I graduated high school. I will insert a picture here. I painted it in blue, and the reference was one of my senior photos. In that art class, I made my own projects, and one thing I wanted to work on was painting portraits without an initial sketch. I think that was one of my favorite things to learn from that class. I use that technique a lot now when I'm doing portrait studies in my sketchbook. I'm not great at explaining things and expressing myself, which is funny because isn't that what an artist is supposed to do? Express themselves through their art? I forget sometimes that an artist is just creating too. It doesn't have to be complicated, and it seems I do that a lot. I was in a bit of an art slump for about 2.5 to 3 months, and it felt as if I lost a part of myself. I kept trying to convince myself that I was just taking a break and that it was okay, because it is okay to take a break when you are burnt out. But I think I was just afraid of not being able to create something that expressed what I was feeling inside. But honestly, when I go back to making just random pieces of art, it reminds me again that I love the learning process and ask myself why I even stopped in the first place. Here I was trying to do some other background because I felt it was looking too plain, and I just wanted to add something to make it look more than just my face looking sad. I've also been doing more abstract pieces for a friend, so I figured it wouldn't hurt to incorporate that style here. And after that, I looked at the face again, and it didn't look right to me, so more detail work, here we go. Thought I was done? Well, guess what? So did I. But it was still missing something. Took a picture of the painting and messed around with it on my iPad to see what kinds of things I could do to make it more interesting. Surprise! I went with purple because that fit with the colors already. I've also been really into a red, blue, purple palette lately with paintings, so that explains it too. I absolutely loved putting the purple on my face. It added something that I think was missing from the first version. The blue and purple, I must say, is a lot easier than my natural skin tones. I can never get it just right. That is a big reason why I do a lot of random colors for portraits. Alrighty, so after I finished putting the purple on the painting, I went in with the palette knife again and added a darker background with the red and black. I did like how this one turned out. This is where I called it quits and decided the piece was finished. I believe I'm happy with it. I wasn't expecting a certain outcome, which was helpful, but at the end I was thinking, well, did I really accomplish what I was going for? Which is a strange end spot to be in the least, but I think that's okay for now. Who knows, I may repurpose this painting again in the future. Anyways, thank you so much for watching and listening to what I had to say about this piece. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day.